Test.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Great to see all of you this morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful weekend, and we're thrilled to see all of you here in attendance with us this morning as we come together to worship God. It's a blessing to be able to greet you this morning. It's an honor to welcome you here and look around and see some visitors, and we're especially glad to have you. We're always so excited when we have visitors in our midst, and we want you to know that it's a very special honor that you've given us this morning, and we hope that you'll be made to feel welcome, that you'll be made to feel invited, and to know that we are thrilled that you're here with us today. Ask a favor of you this morning, whether you are one of our members, whether you are a guest, whether you are visiting this morning, if you would take just a moment and do me the honor. In the pew in front of you, there's a QR code that's pasted onto the pew back, and that is our virtual attendance card. If you would take a moment, get your phone out and click on that. If you are more inclined to do it paper and pencil style, we'd be happy for you to do that as well with the cards that are there, and you can stick that in the contribution box as you go out. We'd love to have a record of your attendance this morning. It's a wonderful way with our guests, our visitors, for me to be able to get an address and to drop you a little card in the mail and just say how much we appreciated you being here and to thank you for your attendance with us this morning. I hope when you came in this morning that you picked up one of the worksheets that's going to go along with our sermon. They're at the back table and they're upstairs in the back as well. If you did not pick one up, don't cry. We're going to fix that for you. Here in just a few moments, we'll have, I asked the fourth and fifth grade class if they would help me this morning, and they're going to be my errand runners. They're going to, here in just a moment, if you did not pick up one of these papers, you'll hear me get back up and say, if you need one, raise your hand and we'll have our runners bring those to you. And so I appreciate the class helping with passing those out this morning. We're in a series of lessons here on Sunday morning as we've been talking about the book of Philippians. The book of Philippians is a book of great joy, and it's a book that teaches us how to be joyful in all kinds of situations. We've talked about how to be joyful in hard times. We've talked about how prayer can be a great source of joy. This morning we're going to be talking about how prayer and joy can come together in this beautiful thing that we call Christian unity. When people of God come together and are bound together and are close to one another and enjoy spending time together. Way back in Psalm 133, David, the great king, he said, how blessed it is, how pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. And all the way back in those days to this very day, one of the hallmarks of the Christian church, one of the things that Jesus came to earth to do and died on a cross to ensure is that God's people would be a unified people, a people who love one another, a people who come together shoulder to shoulder to do the work of God and enjoy each other's company. This morning as we come together to worship, that's exactly what we're doing. We're taking a moment out of our busy weeks to focus on the most important thing that we are about, and that is our relationship with God and our relationship with one another. And as we do come together this morning, the theme of unity is going to be a theme that we're going to be looking at. Watch for that in the songs. Watch for that in the prayers. Listen around the Lord's table as we resound these themes of unity. And then as we open up the Word of God together today in Philippians, the 2nd chapter, we're going to be studying how it is that we as God's people can have more unity together. You know, that's really what we strive to be here at MCOC, God's people, united by His love, striving to be like His Son. Begin with song, and if it's comfortable for you, would you stand as we sing together?
Leadeth me, O blessed thought, O words with heavenly comfort fraught. Whate'er I do, where'er I be, still 'tis God's hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. Lord, I would clasp thy hand in mine, nor ever murmur, nor repine. Contents whatever lot I see, since 'tis my God that leadeth me. He leadeth